Hello, and welcome to this video of my thoughts and opinions on the current build of the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout beta, and of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Start off, of course, with the good. It's nice to have the variety of weapons that they have and everything. A new take on the battle royale aspects of having like these new, fresh weapons. The variety of them, the aspects of them. Also, in aspects, I'll be of course making some comparisons of stuff if you're curious about like how does it feel like this against that or whatever. Well, for one, the guns and ammo work kind of the same way that they would in Fortnite. You pick up a weapon, it's got a clip in it already. You have ammo right next to it always, so you can pick that up to have another like 1 to 2 clips. So you got that, so you don't have to worry about it being like PUBG where you have to pick up the weapon, then pick up the ammo, then reload it and all that shit. No, it automatically it doesn't even load it up. It's just like it cocks you pick it up, you kind of cock it in some way or whatever, and you're good to go. You can start shooting. But again, you only start off with a clip in the weapon. So if you're wanting to worry about more than one person, or you're going to be in a fight that might go past the ammo you have, pick up that ammo right next to it. The variety of locations, everything's certainly interesting. Of like places you can go. The wingsuit jump out is very nice. It's so different than like I said, of any other battle royale game. Of course, the main two we were talking of comparison is Fortnite and PUBG. But yeah, you can travel so far in it. I mean, as I'm not sure who the stream myself watched stated it, but unless the location is basically on the line of the trajectory of where the helicopter is going to go, it's best if you just basically eject immediately and just wingsuit away. God damn it, apparently I have autofocus on. I mean, there's some good stuff in here. I mean, the vehicles, it's nice to have, there's a variety of 4 different vehicles. You got the little 2-person, I'm not sure if I call it a buggy or like what I would call it. You got the big, huge, like trailer truck almost. Not trailer truck. It's like that Home Depot truck you can rent from Home Depot. You got a back bed on it and stuff. I guess a bed truck is what it'd be called. Yeah. But that's the only place the passengers can get on. You can't get into the passenger seat. You can only get on the back of the bed unless you're the driver. You got the helicopter, which you can actually get in the passenger seat there, but whatever. And it flies interesting. There is a height cap to it that's interesting. It seems like when you're in the helicopter, you're not that high, but when you're not in it and you see the helicopter, you're kind of high. It's weird, but it's okay. It's okay. And you got the boat too. Map overall is nice. I would say it's probably smaller than Airgun, not by much, but it's definitely bigger than like Sanark or the Fortnite map, whatever. It's definitely got size to it. Now, originally, from what I saw, you could glide for like the longest time from the people who were playing the beta in the PS4 early access. But it seems they've changed it to where you're always descending at some point. It didn't seem like some people were descending when I saw streamers playing it on the PS4, but I guess they've implemented that now. It's weird. I'm trying to think of the good stuff. I mean, like I said, the map's good, the variety of location and stuff. That's about it I can think of, I guess. There's probably some more, I don't know, but I want to get on the bag because there's so much of the game that just seems bad. You can call it bad, ugly, whatever, but let's start off. 1. I'm confused about this because I've seen it on the PS4, on the PC as well, streamers being in the blue, but the first blue seems to be different between the PS4 and the PC against the Xbox, whereas those two seems the first blue, you take 1 tick of damage per second. Whereas in the Xbox here, I've been taking 2 ticks of damage per second, and I was trying to examine it, see if it has something to do with armor or something, but it seems it doesn't. It's odd, pretty odd. One of my, or 2, I guess I would have 2 big complaints here. First off, I just get this out of the way because I'm not sure what it is. If it's some encoding with the game itself, or if most likely it's connection. But I have looked back on kill cams. I'm not sure if it's just. I'm not sure what it is, if it's just shown wrong or whatever, but I've seen people kill me and hit me when their aim isn't even on me. What? Like I said, I'm not sure if it's just the kill cam incorrectly showing stuff, the connectivity is the issue, there's something with the game itself, and it's because you haven't got a new game engine in like a fucking decade. But it's something that needs to be taken care of. I'm not sure what it is. As long as everything's good and whatnot, I'm tired of seeing that because I'm not sure if it's on them, if I'm playing against somebody in China somehow. I don't know what it is. It needs not to be a thing when the game comes out. You know. Number two, the oddest fucking thing, because I don't know what it is. If it's on my end somehow, in some way, I fucking don't know. But the best to put it into words right now. For whatever fucking reason, you have to hold X for at least less than a second to pick up items, but you press X to reload, and you would think it'd be the opposite way. Because even in their hints, it says to loot items, press X. Like, no, it's hold X. I fucking know it because I've been playing the fucking game. What the fuck? I don't get it. Because in their own game, they've had it, previous in titles at least, in the multiplayer, it's hold X to reload. So why is it here in the Battle Royale aspects, it's hold X to loot and press X to reload? I mean, literally, you don't have to hold X, because it was so weird while I'm holding X in the beginning of the play of, learning the game. I'm like, why am I reloading? Okay, there I reload. It's like, oh, I gotta press X. I don't have to hold it. I just press it and we're good. Because it's so weird, because you're so used to other shooters, including this shooter series alone, where you have to hold X to reload. It's just the most dysfunctional shit I've ever fucking seen in a Battle Royale. In any Battle Royale, in any shooter, in the Call of Duty series, it's always been hold X to reload, but for whatever fucking reason right now, in the Battle Royale, in the beta, it's press X. The fuck? It should be press X to pick shit up, hold X to reload. It's that simple because it's the thing that's been done a million times through a different fucking million different fucking shooters. It's weird. Ugh. And the controls of controlling vehicles is okay, as long as, especially if you've ever played Halo, because the way it works is you gotta use the left stick, forward for gas, back for brake, reverse, and you look around with the right stick, so, turn. Which is weird, because you'd think they would go for the more updated aspects of controlling of a vehicle with, hold right trigger to gas and left stick to turn, as it is in most fucking games. What else there in the bad? They have a revolver in there that works the same way as the fucking revolver, the fucking main one, the first one of PUBG, which is the dumbest fucking shit. You have to load a bullet per second. Granted, it's faster of loading it up on this game over the PUBG's revolver, but still, even PUBG realized, that's fucking pathetic mechanic, and even though they didn't fix it, they made sure that it didn't work that way with their second revolver. Which shows how much nobody wants to ever use those fucking weapons, because just in general, like, the moment you have another gun, you don't want to use those, because they're just pathetic. Also, apparently you only have, I'm not sure if I would call this good or bad, but you can only have 2 weapons. There's no third inventory aspects to have another weapon of any kind. There's like, you can't have 2 mains, 2 primaries, and a secondary like you would have in PUBG, or even like the multiple primaries or whatever you can have in Fortnite. It's just 2 weapons you can have, period. 2 guns. And that's it. Which I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying it's good, it's just, it's interesting. It's different, it's interesting. I'm not saying it's one or the other, I'm just, we're on a middle ground here. It's neutral. We're in the neutral zone, okay, of this aspects, It's not good, or is it bad? It's new, it's interesting, and it's there, It's there. Variety of, stuff, of, armor is also good. Oh, sorry, we went back to the good. Yeah, they have a variety of armor, and it looks, at least the level 3 armor looks different than the other 2, whereas I think the other 2 need to be a bit more distinct, I'm not sure what's going on with the bag situation, if there's only one type of bag, because I think there is, because it's literally, you only have 1 slot of selection without the bag, which is like 4 items you can carry of extra aspects, and when you get a bag, you can hold 8. Either it's 5 and 10 or it's 4 and 8. I think it's 5 and 10. Yeah, it's 5 and 10. Which is interesting. It's odd, but it's whatever, and items do stack. You can have up to 10 bandages. Everything in there works pretty good. And another good thing, that is amazing beyond belief, that is better than any fucking Battle Royale. You can fucking heal while you move. You don't have to, like, not like the way in PUBG and fucking Fortnite does it, where you can only strafe in a little small itty bitty circle and be basically a standing fucking target for anybody to kick your ass. No, you can literally just keep running and you're here. Let's go. You know, it is fucking phenomenal. It's thank God, thank you Call of Duty for doing something about that retarded shit that PUBG and fucking Fortnite has done. Seriously, the fact that you have to stand still to heal is the most annoying shit. Oh. And I mentioned with another good thing of of course you probably already know is if you're on a high enough. I have like an eyelash in my left eye or some shit. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like something's going on with my left eye. But if you're at a high enough aspects of a building, you can actually jump off and start wingsuiting again, and you just hit the ground. Like even if you aim down, I don't think you're gonna do anything damage to you. It's all good. Everything just sounds good. You know, the weapons sound good. I mean, there's never been a Call of Duty where I think they've had bad gun audio, dude. They always, that's the one thing at least I can say prominent throughout Call of Duty of the good aspects, is that the gun sounds always sound good from the shooting at least aspects. Like you can hear the gun sound like it should sound, you know, just whether it even have a silencer on or not, dude. You know the sound quality in Call of Duty. At least they have that going for them. That's like the one good quality that Call of Duty has had throughout the years. Sound quality for the guns. One thing I always want to go on the aspects of bad, though, at least, I keep flip-flopping, I'm sorry, is that you make like zero fucking noise while crouching. I understand you're being stealthy and whatnot. I think you should make just a tiny bit of noise. Not too much to give yourself too easily away. But the fact that, I mean, I got killed by somebody who was crouch walking like up a staircase in Nuketown. And, you know, that wood is old, busted, and crickety and shit. You would think you'd hear like, like, you'd hear some form of audio. You know, I understand that they were trying to be stealthy and whatnot. It feels so fucked up how you can, like, crouch around and make no noise. I think you should make some noise here and there. Maybe not like with every step and everything, but just like there should be some form of an audio cue, especially how loud you sound by just walking or even running alone. You make so much noise, dude. Either, you know, downgrade the noise that there is for walking and running, or upgrade the noise for there being any, at least, of crouch walking, you know? So make a compromise of something to have good equality there, you know, some good equilibrium, you know, some good form of balance there, because like either bring the noise down a little bit on the walking / running. I'm not saying by much, I'm not saying a lot, I'm just a bit, you know. There needs to be some compromise there, because the fact that you can be so heard so easily running or walking at some distances, as well as not be heard at all by crouching at all anywhere. Like, I understand, like, crawling you would make zero noise. That's understandable. But crouching, make no noise at all? I mean, hell, I think crouching actually you do make a little noise of, like, if you're, like, resting on the ground and stuff, you know, like, you make noise while prone crawling, but you make no noise while crouching. It seems odd. It just seems like an odd decision to make there, you know? There should be some audio cue there in some way. Not by much, just by some, you know, like, you can hear, like, a little maybe like you would think, you know, because it was probably piss off those were like the elite badass headsets. You would hear everything, and there's like this aspects in the game where literally you can't hear a thing of them making any noise. It's just a bad choice, I think. And not to mention two things bad-wise of noise and hit indicators. One, there needs to be a distinct noise between the zombies, because yes, there are zombies in the game. There needs to be a distinct noise between them walking around maybe and running, and say a person, because there are times where it's just like you're hearing noise off your right and off your left, and you don't know which one's a human or which one could be a zombie or either or whatever, you know. So it would be nice to have some bit of distinctive noise, like not too noticeable, but enough, just enough to, you know, like, okay, I'm hearing noise. Like, you think you'd hear the grunt, but, you know, with zombies being everywhere, like, it's hard to distinguish between noise of, like, being up ground as well as down ground. I mean, like, second level or first level, with, like, being in asylum and stuff. Like, you want to hear, like, a good noise to distinguish between levels as well as locations and stuff of what would be a zombie in one way and a human in another. Because you can hear footsteps left and right. You hear a grunt over on the right and then maybe a grunt over on the left. That's not upstairs but downstairs. I mean, there's literally in Nuketown there's a bunker. And I'm hearing footsteps up ground. You would think I wouldn't hear any of those footsteps of people above me up ground while I'm downstairs in a bunker that's like 20 feet below them. Seriously, they need to do something about some of that sound design with the footsteps and everything there. Yes, definitely. It's so odd because how am I? Because I should be I should be understandably distinguishably hear noise what's in the bunker to those who's upstairs. Like it should be muzzled or just not heard at all or something. It's odd. It's fucking odd. As well as the, like I said, hit markers. There should be a distinguish between hitting a vehicle and hitting a person, or just a equipment. Like you're shooting is that barricade and stuff. Because if you shoot between them and somebody who has no armor, because they will bring up if you're hitting them if they have armor, but if they don't, it's hard to tell which thing you're hitting, the person or the item. It should be a bit distinguishable. I think the streamer said the best. Like when you're shooting somebody, it should be a red X versus shooting a vehicle should be like the white X, That way Also, what else would it be? Tomorrow, I think, undoubtedly, they need to open the beta to everybody. That's my biggest concern right there. Like I said, that's my only being concerned with the game itself, and the issue I have with Activision and whatnot is the fact that you have to pre-order to play the beta. Because truthfully, factually speaking, it's not going to help you out in the end. I understand that their game's going to be fixed after the launch, but I just undoubtedly, like the last game, World War II, the game's going to come out with some buggy connectivity stuff. Probably didn't before that way, but the connectivity is going to be just bugged down, and there's going to be the connection errors left and right because they didn't open up the betas. It's been private betas left and right since fucking World War II because Activision's stupid and fucking retarded. Because it's the only way they're... Seriously, how much of the pre-orders that they're puffing up their chest is just fuckers who are actually just putting $5 down on it at... that's what they call it, on it at GameStop and just using that to get the access to the beta, and just canceling it later. Seriously. It's a business tactic that just shows such stupidity. Because, in truth, I mean, how many, like I said, are those pre-orders just fake pre-orders? And aspects of people just pre-ordering it to play the beta and then canceling it a second later once the beta's gone and done, They're saying that, the pre-orders for it versus Battlefield are just, it's staggering, but again, how staggering will it be in access of, like I said, how many of those are actually fake, Because Activision, with the retarded route since, long ago, once they saw how diminishing their sales are, by forcing people to basically buy the game to play the beta. Seriously. It's only free on PC. Why? Seriously, why is it not an open beta on consoles as well? It's the dumbest, factually speaking, the dumbest shit. Because it's just fake sales. It's gonna be connectivity issues up the yin yang at release because they didn't actually do an open beta, which would help with a good stress test on all platforms. It's backwards thinking. I've said it time and time again. Activision has nothing but backwards thinking in their business. Pre-order to fucking play the beta because that's the only way to do it. They're still going on about that season pass stupid shit, breaking up the community. It's just backwards thinking. It's just stupid business. With the day and age in which we have microtransactions and shit. People may hate him, but oh god, what do you want more? The season pass that's so retarded and stupid right now that Activision is doing? Or would you prefer microtransactions in which you can still play all the maps and not buy any shit outside the game? Which would you prefer? Because it's one or the other. Because businesses are going to do what they can to make back their money as best as they can, as well as make as much money as possible as they can, And we have to decide which one do we want, season pass or microtransactions. It's one or the other. Hate them if you want it, but fucking God, it's got to be one or the other. Period. Because, I mean, what would you prefer? Going to work getting paid cash or going to work and getting paid in apples? It's, here's, cash or here's food. Which would you prefer? It's, it's a business. You gotta understand that. That's why I hate fucking people who just shit on everything and it's like, I want it free and I want it now and everything. And like, that's not how businesses work. Otherwise, businesses would be out of just money and just, shut down. People would be out of jobs, And the unfortunate truth is money makes the world go around right now. And it's just, you gotta be smart about everything as best as we can, But I got off track there big time, but yeah, in the end, it's not bad, I would say, of the Blackout beta. I mean, it does need improvements before release, and like I said, the two biggest one is like fix whatever that shit is that's showing me being shot at, yet not, somebody's getting hit indicators and hitting me, even though it shows their aim is off of me, And change that retarded shit up of the pressing X to reload and holding it to, pick shit up. Especially, granted, it takes less than a second, but still, it's just like, why is it not hold X to reload and press X to pick shit up? It's the dumbest shit. Seriously. Yeah, and then, it's nice, it's fun, it's new, it's interesting, and we'll see how it works once it comes out. Day one. I wouldn't say I wouldn't recommend Blackout Beta. It would be interesting if they could just, release it on its own. They'd make so much more money if Blackout was its own fucking thing, its own kind of like side game instead of being like kind of the way how they Fortnite did Fortnite with both their aspects game, where it's like the main co-op game costs money, but the Battle Royale is free. Maybe they should do that, or at least have it be a separate thing. Like I said, you can buy the game and play it, or you can just buy it outright and play it alone. It'd be smart business. It would. They would make so much more money if they didn't have that just be part of the game. But it's the same stupid fucking retarded business they had with the whole Infinite Warfare and fucking what was the Call of Duty 4 remastered. Originally you could only fucking get the remastered by pre-ordering a certain aspects of Infinite Warfare. And later, granted, they finally did undo that and sell it on its own, but by then it was like you probably made so much less money than you could have, If they made Blackout in a way which they could sell by itself, they'd make so much money. Like, make it somewhere between $10 and $20 to buy. And you would make so much money. I think, like I said, probably $10-15 You would make so much money if you sold Blackout by itself. My God. It'd be smart business, but it's Activision. And they're not smart at their business. That's why Call of Duty has been on a decline for a long time. Granted, it's not on a high decline, but it's each game has sold less than the last. And it's been in a decline probably since, Modern Warfare 3? That was, almost 10 years ago? So, yeah. Yeah, it's one of the many issues that just shows how Activision is just killing shit off. Destiny probably hasn't made as much money as they could have, especially with the DLC, but because people just, like me, I haven't bought any of the DLC for Destiny 2 at all, because I was tired of their backwards fucking business shit with the whole, you have to buy a season pass each year and shit. It's just basically what it was the season pass of Call of Duty. They implemented it into fucking Destiny. Seriously. Because each Call of Duty is a new Call of Duty each year, and so basically you buy a new season pass each year. That's what they did with Destiny, Yeah, bought a season pass, you get these two DLC. Next year, you're gonna have to buy another season pass to get the next DLC. Same with the fucking Destiny 2 here. It's backwards fucking thinking. It just is. And that's how, unfortunately, Activision is working right now. Just backwards business thinking. I'm not angry much at, their developers. Developers are good. I'm good on the developers. No hate to them at all. If you're thinking I'm hating on them at all, no. I mean, granted, like I said, they need to do some stuff about the fixing of Blackout, but it's Treyarch. They're gonna do it. You know, the developers are good. I'm good with the developers. It's Activision I have an issue with. You know, like people have an issue with EA. They're probably cool with DICE, but there is, you know, an issue with EA. Like, I have an issue with Activision, and they're just backwards thinking of business. That's just it. And I'm gonna end the video there. Later.